I'm so proud to be part of the YWCA Glendale because of its board, its staff, and the community members. Most of us who come to this work come here because our own personal commitment to the issue. So whether we have survived domestic violence ourselves or we grew up in homes where we witnessed domestic violence, we know the work that we do changes lives. And even if we're able to just to save one person's life, we know that we've done a good job.
YWCA Glendale is very adamant about helping survivors, helping their families, and they're very determined to bring peace and safety for those participants and for their families. And I think our mission is to really be a voice and as a team and as a community to really break the cycle of violence and really to get the word out there and to make sure that if those who are facing through this trauma, through this abuse, that we have the resources and we have the right help here to help them.
I hated coming home. I spent as much time as I could outside of home. I worked and I spent time with friends, and at the same time I felt like I was running away from my family that was broken. I came to the YWCA because a friend of mine called you guys. She was looking for ways to get us out of this. I myself, as well as my mom, had no idea how to fix this or what our next steps were. I came in, to be completely honest, thinking that this is not going to do anything, this is not going to work. I was extremely scared of my stepdad. He always put superiority above himself. Because I'm no longer in that area, in that zone, I feel much better, even though, now I have so many more responsibilities. I would always pick now rather than before. You can feel like there's no way out and there's no help and nobody is going to help you, but I'm sure now that the YWCA, no matter who comes, no matter what situation it is, they'll do everything to help.
I was in this domestic violence almost for 10 years, and every time somebody said like, why don't you go, and they just told you like, okay, go, but they don't offer you like support and help. So every time that I was looking for an apartment, they always ask like, okay, you have to earn 3 times the rent and you have to have proof of income. So every time I was so disappointed that I couldn't get like nothing. When I came here and they told me that they can help me, that gave me like more freedom to look, and I feel like, okay, I have somebody in my back that helped me. So I started looking, and then I found an apartment. So organizations like this like give you like the power to go and try by yourself, that you can do it and have somebody at your back.
I was a participant in the domestic violence program here at the YWCA of Glendale. My ribs were broken, my fingers were broken, and I couldn't take it any longer. There is hope, there is help, and there is a second chance, a third chance, however many times you need to come and get the help. It's here. It's here. You come in here with your heart for your children, they're going to give you so much heart back.
There are a couple of things that really inspire me. One is that the Y has been using social media to really drive the message of awareness about domestic violence out there. And since Tara Peterson has been on board, she's been wonderful in using social media and just reminding people that she's there. The other thing that I really love that they're doing is the education, talking about domestic violence before it happens, showing teens and young men and women what a healthy relationship looks like, what the signs are of domestic violence, so they don't have to find themselves at the end of the rope. They see the signs before and they're able to change their relationship, go towards counseling, or do something to change their relationship.
Camp Rosie, it's a 2-week girls empowerment summer camp, and what that really focuses on is exposing girls to just what is out there for them. So we connect them with female leaders, we connect them with female entrepreneurs. What I love about Camp Rosie most is that they are learning how to use their voice, because if we can say, I don't agree, that's not okay, that's not cool, we're using our voice to help people, like we're using our voice to be in service, and that's what Camp Rosie is about, and that's really like what our prevention efforts focus on.
At Camp Rosie, we learned about lots of things. We learned about healthy relationships. We did yoga every week. We went on field trips, and it was like really fun. When I was at Camp Rosie, I learned how they help a lot of women who've been in abusive relationships and are trying to get out of them, and how they help them through the experience of trying to get a new life. I learned a lot of things about really relationships and like abusive relationships and stuff like that. Like if that ever happens to me or a friend, like I could just help them.
I think what is wonderful about what the YWCA is doing is they are providing exposure and transparency to issues that are very real to a lot of women and to a lot of folks. And so I believe that that is critical, because I don't think we can really facilitate change without people really understanding what are the challenges we're facing and making sure that we kind of meet them head on. Community engagement is critical for the YWCA. Without the help of the community, people aren't going to understand what is happening, they won't know the services that are available, and they won't continue to engage with us. So we are so grateful for everyone who comes out to help, whether it is in the capacity of being a board member or being a donor, or allowing us to celebrate the fact that you have helped us to achieve everything in this last year that you have, is very important to us.